This video, you are going to meet your future self and understand that when you do and you begin to model the behavior and you begin to be that future version of you, you also begin to see that reality reflection begin to happen in your life. So this video I think is pivotal in being able to transform your life. At the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do, what steps to take, and the process for you becoming your future self now so that your reality begins to shift. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. And in this video, I'm gonna help you shift your consciousness to a new version of you. Now, here is the thing about the future version of you. There's not just one, all right? There is a future version of you that is living your dream life, that is doing exactly what you want to be doing for a living. It's in the perfect relationship, that has an abundance. That version of you exists. But at the same time, there's a version of you that is doing just about the same exact thing you're doing right now, that is staying on that timeline. And here is the insidious thing about that. Most people are living in what is comfortable. They're living in familiar thoughts, familiar feelings, familiar actions. They're doing the same things every day, therefore they're getting the same result. You may have heard of Joe Dispenza talk about this. It's a common thing. And it's just quantum physics. It's if you do the same things, think the same things, feel the same way every day, you're gonna get the same result on autopilot. Now, what has happened is people have become so familiar with it that their future self is pretty much the current self that they are, normally a little bit declined, actually, to be honest with you. Because when you become kind of bored and stagnant and you're not growing, you kind of tend to move down just a tad. Now, there is also a future version of you that exists right now. This is what I did. Many of you may know my story. This is what I did to be doing my life that I'm in right now. Is I literally was walking, living, working, you know the story if you've been watching my videos, but if you haven't watched my videos, I was living at my dad's house trying to make it on YouTube. I was working a 9-to-5 job selling women's shoes. I just had this intuitive feeling. I was walking from my bedroom going to the bathroom, and as I was walking there, I just had this intuitive feeling, and it's almost this message. I feel like it literally was a message. And it intuitively said, if you make a video every single day moving forward for a year, your life will completely transform. And in the moment I felt that, and I just decided the bridge between the current reality you're in to your future identity, to you having that future reality, is a decision. It's a choice about who you are. Then what I did is I made that choice. I'm gonna make daily videos on YouTube no matter what, even though I'm working 40 hours a week at this job I don't like, selling women's shoes. I was very busy. I did that though. I'd go home every day, make a video, schedule a video to go out, go to bed, and then wake up and do it over again with that vision in mind. Because that is my future identity was then me now. I felt like I got a message from my future identity. And then as I wired that in, that became a part of myself. And then eventually within 6 months, I was able to put in my 2 weeks. The last day I worked was the Conor McGregor, it's so hard to say that because I know I've told this story many times, but it's the Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor boxing match. That was my last day of work. I knew I wanted to work that day because it'd be very busy. I put my 2 weeks in and I scheduled to open that day so I could still watch the fight. And that was my last day. Never had to work a job again. And it was because I became that future version of me. So we can either use our imagination in this video right now. You can use your imagination to imagine that future version of you. This is the step-by-step process that I'm talking about. You can imagine that version of you and imagine one message that version of you has for you. Now, there's a future version of you that's living your dream life, and if you imagine what that is, and it's like, doesn't have to be perfect, it can change a little bit as you go too. But what would be the one message that you get? Let's do that together right now. Literally, this is a transformational type exercise to do. I did this to become full-time on YouTube. Now I live in a cool house. I do what I love. I travel the world. I work when I want. I get up this morning, I'm making a video because I love making videos. Now, if I were to imagine the future version of me, because there's different layers to it. It's like, cool, I live my dream life, but the next version of me, I imagine, is doing live events. It's traveling the world. It's doing group activities in person, not just online. And as I imagine this future version of me, I can close my eyes And I could say, okay, what is one message that that version of me that's traveling the world, that's doing everything, that's being a certain way, what is one message that that version has for me? That message would be, even just intuitively feeling into right now, I have this big attachment to making daily videos on YouTube. I have this big attachment to doing the same things that I've been doing that's got me to where I'm at now, doing emails every day, doing Instagram content every day, doing YouTube every day. The message that I get is that I need to put my energy now into live events, and I need to maybe let go of being so attached to these things the way that I am. Doesn't mean I don't do them, I still will. I still make YouTube videos, I'll still do Instagram content, but maybe there's ways I can take some of it off my plate and have some of it outsourced where I have people that edit it, even though people already edit it, but there's different ways I can do this to where then I put more of my energy into doing live events. And as I were to do that every day and imagine that every day, I'd begin to become that version of me. Wire it in with action, because action is what shifts you to your future identity. And right now, what is one message, the future identity of you, even if you don't know exactly what that is yet, what is one message that future version of you has for you? What is one thing you could do every day that would wire that in? If you're an artist, maybe it's just to paint every day for 10 minutes. If you're an athlete, maybe it's to go play a little bit or do something or reach out to, if you want to be in marketing, own your own business, maybe it's you learn marketing, you learn this. What skills, what activities can you do to wire in and become that version of you? Now, as you get what that is, go ahead and comment in the bottom or in the description box below. Let me know what that is. I'd be curious to see. We can also kind of share as well. It's a way of declaring it as that version of you. What is one thing you're going to commit to? And by the way, if you like this kind of exercise, group kind of work like this, I have something that's live right now. It's a way for you to raise your vibration to a completely new level. It's a 21-day Raise Your Vibration Challenge. I challenge you to 21 days. There's step-by-step processes like this that help you to raise your vibration to a new level so that you manifest your dream life easier than ever, so that you feel love or above, so you raise your vibrational set point from maybe a 3 to 5 out of 10 to a 7 or 8 out of 10. And when you're in that high vibe state, you manifest things easier than ever. So if you want to join the 21-day challenge, then click the link below or go to aarondoughty.com/challenge. But also, this is a way for, this is a step-by-step process. It's different from YouTube videos. It's not just random videos. It's a step-by-step process for raising your vibration to a new level. And it's not for people that just want to watch a video and that's it. There's actually accountability in it. So if you want to transform your life in the next 21 days, then you can get that below. That's live right now. I'm going to make sure this video goes out for them. Now, here's the thing about understanding personality. Maybe personality and identity are very similar. Personality, think of it as personality creates your personal reality. Your personality is a combination of how you think, feel, and act. Now, the way you see yourself, the decisions you've made about who you are what's keeping your current reality on autopilot. At a certain point in your past, something happened when you were 12 years old and you decided, oh, I'm this type of person now. I'm meant to be seen and not heard. We make that choice. And then that agreement is on autopilot until we become aware of it. Now, the key to this is becoming aware of those agreements and then letting them go. And then making a new choice about who you are. You could redefine yourself every moment. As you probably heard me say this study before, people with multiple personality disorders, one minute they have maybe a certain eye color, they shift to a different personality. It goes from Jim to Rick. And then Jim to Rick all of a sudden has a different eye color. Jim may actually not have cancer and Rick has cancer. And from one minute to the next, you were to measure this person and test their body. One minute they don't have cancer, the next minute they do, based on their personality structure. It can change like that. So what's to say that you can't let go of some limiting story that doesn't serve you anymore? What's to say that you could just give yourself permission to be this future version of you now, the best possible version of you, that's living your dream life, in the perfect relationship, having the kind of abundance, doing what you want, love for a living. The thing is most people don't want to wire that into their daily practice, or they're just so comfortable doing what they're doing. It's comfortable. People like to stay in comfort. And the thing that I want to encourage you to do is to give yourself permission to be this future version of you now. I made daily videos on YouTube even before I was a YouTuber. You must imagine and reverse engineer this future version of you, how you think, feel, and act, the daily habits you have, the kind of people you're around, how you treat other people. Look at that version of you and simply decide that that is you now. Take 1 or 2 daily habits And you can ask yourself, what is one thing that if I did every day would change my life the most in a year? Take that habit, bring it into you, and you'll realize that then your life begins to transform in a powerful way. You must first be it on the inside before you will see it on the outside. That's what I did with YouTube. I was first a full-time YouTuber before I even had an audience. I was making daily videos even while I had a 9-to-5 job. And then eventually, as I was being it, it became more and more comfortable. People would then see the videos and start to watch more and more because I would ease into that comfort. And then people started to feel that confidence coming from my videos. And they're like, oh, I want to watch it. You know, remember, energy is contagious. And then it grew an audience. You see, so that's how it works. Most people go about it backwards. They try to change things on the outside, change the outer reality. You must first change the inner reality and hold the vision, hold the frame. And as you hold the frame, eventually the outer reality begins to change. But it's okay to get into it, and it doesn't feel comfortable right away. It's not. It did not feel comfortable for me to stand in front of a camera at first. I was like, this is a weird piece of technology. I don't understand. But then eventually I got used to it. And I was like, you know what? There's someone on the other side of this that I'm connecting to right now. And I reframed it, and I got used to it. Now I've made over 2,000 videos. And this is something I'm becoming, it's just so natural. It's been natural for about 2 years now. And it doesn't take long. Literally, your life can change very quickly when you give yourself permission to do it. So give yourself permission. Realize your personality is creating your personal reality. And as you begin to realize this, your life begins to change in a very powerful way. Now, like I said, if you want to join that 21-day challenge, I'll take you step by step, show you how to transform your life. It's aarondoughty.com/challenge. Hit the link in the description box below or in the comments. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace, much love, and namaste.